breeze is cold, but the sun is nice. Minus 18 Celsius plus the wind chill. It's chilly. One on the top. And look at that, nice big chunk comes out. You gotta make sure in the cold weather, if you get wet, you're going to get cold. If you break through, it's not easy to repair it. Good morning, guys. Welcome back to another episode and another adventure. Hope you're all doing well. At least an hour of sunlight. That sizzling. It is cold. It's beautiful out, but it's cold. I mean, it's really cold. It is almost minus 30 Celsius with the wind chill this morning. You know what? A year ago, so it's been a year since I started my channel, my first episode, I had a couple little things in there, my intro and stuff, but my first real episode was exploring winter camping, having fun in your own backyard. I'm gonna do a QUINZEE shelter. So it's sort of like an igloo, but instead of using blocks, I'm just going to make one big pile of snow right over here. I'm gonna let that settle. Then I'm gonna start to hollow it out. And I'm gonna take you with me. That's what we're doing today. That's today's adventure. Not gonna be easy to get my feet in, eh? They sit solid. Wiggle, wiggle. There we go. The base is packed down. I'm just gonna keep adding snow, and we're gonna make this a big pile. Because it's so cold, I'm gonna keep one camera in the house, and I'm just gonna have to go back and forth and back and forth. So just bear with me, but still, I'm having fun. Hope you're having fun, and let's see what we can do. Time for a bigger shovel. Instead of just sitting there watching, it could help. Might be time for a sip of coffee. All right, let's keep going. Got a pretty decent start. See if we can turn the camera a little bit. Ugh, that's frozen too. Well, the challenges of filming. So you can see how high up. It's not quite, well, maybe waist high, because I'm gonna actually dig down to the ground as far as I can go, because it's still sitting up on a little bit of that that base layer. Let this settle for a second. Time for another sip of coffee. Basically, this is going to be the view. I think I'll put the front here, and this will be the view. There's our pile of snow. So this is about, I would say, oh, not quite chest deep, but higher than waist. Between my waist and my armpits, maybe about that deep. The front, I don't know if you can see, so just sort of this section, it comes out a little bit, almost like a vestibule in a tent. Got a whole bunch of twigs. These are all the same length. And what I'm gonna do is, about halfway, I'm gonna push these in around the perimeter, because when I start to dig and I hit one of these, that's gonna give me an indication of roughly how thick it is. This is my opening. See how that's settled? It's already a chunk. You want to make sure, try to keep your opening as small as you can in the beginning. You're going to have to crawl in, because once you make the opening too big, it's really difficult to pack snow pile to close it in, because don't forget, once you get inside, you're going to want to block that to keep the heat and the elements out. So a pile behind me, because I'm going to use that after to make a wall for a windbreak. See how the sound changes once you get in here? So what I've been doing is just slicing it in, and then going from underneath and propping it up, and look at that. It just pulls out this full-size block. Look at that. There we go. And then chucking that over behind me where my firewall is gonna go. And then do this for the next, foreseeable future. It's great if you have two people, because one can be in there kind of scooping it out, pushing it towards the door, and then somebody can shovel it out. But it's just me, so I gotta kind of go in a bit. And so I debated how far I wanted to go in there, but because I made this one pretty shallow, I mean, it was only just over waist deep, that if this was to collapse, it's not a huge amount of weight that would be on top of me. I could probably just stand up outside of it. So for safety reasons, I was debating it, but then when I really looked at the thickness of the walls, I went for it. But there's one back here, but what I found is I just kind of run it along, and it's just like shaving little bits off. And like I said, you don't want to pry it up against it, right? Or you're gonna just bust it. But I just shave it along, and it just sort of shaves off. And then what I've been doing, oh, if I move over, get a bit more light. And what I've been doing, so there's another stick. That one's getting closer towards the back, a little bit lower down. And then here, what I've been doing is just cutting in like this. I think I showed you that before. Like that. One on the top. And Look at that, nice big chunk comes out, which makes it easier for me to actually clear the stuff out. There we go. And then that's it. Just keep doing the same thing over and over and over. And just keep sliding it to the back. All right. Like you can see, my feet are at the door, so you get an idea of the size of it. I'm probably getting pretty close to the back end by now. So and now it's just the slow work of moving all this snow. Look at that. As soon as that sun drops, look at that. There is the last of the sunlight. It's gonna be a gorgeous, gorgeous night, but it is cold. Here is a bit of my wall, my windbreak wall. You can see the height of it there. I'm gonna build it up a little bit more on this side. It's just the end of the day, and I am done. I'm gonna bring it out this way and then have it that high, so that'll really give me a break right across the top. Now I'm gonna show you how far I got. Now it's kind of hard to tell with the depth perception, especially because it's dark, but if I put that in there, all right. Now, I still have some work to do on the ceiling, but let's put this down just to give you an idea of how much room I have so far. So, to give you an idea, so this pad is fully stretched out right to the end. My feet aren't out the door, and there's the last stick that I was just showing you. That's at the end. So I've been shaving down the one side. I've gotten to the other sticks and here, and then pushing it out that way. I could sleep in here tonight, and the sound is so much different. It's so calm. There's no breeze, obviously, but the sound, like, it's kind of eerie. Cool, but kind of eerie. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna work on this next time, or tomorrow, the next day, and then I'm just gonna keep shaving it off slowly, little bits at a time, until basically I have the same thickness throughout the whole thing of that. So that's that sleeping pad stretched right out, and I'm gonna work on shaving down. You can see I've cut into here, so I still have a whole bunch of this to shave off, but that's not gonna happen today. If I had to, I could most definitely sleep in here. It's a start. There we go. That's the QUINZEE. Let me tell you, it's a lot of work for one person, but it's okay. I had a lot of fun. It's time to go. I'm hungry. Time for dinner. Okay, we'll see you. Bye. All right, thanks for watching. If you haven't, subscribe. It's free to subscribe. Just got to click the button, beep, and then hit the little thumbs up. That helps the channel as well. And that's it. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next adventure.